Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. And today we've got something really interesting. I'm going to look at building an emergency lunchbox kit. So I've put together different survival kits, pouches, tins, and even bug-out bags. And I know there are some people who may not have the space or want to actually put together such a big bag. And I thought it would be a great creative exercise to see if it's possible to put together some kind of an emergency kit in something that you might already have at home or can easily get, and it can fit in your home. And I thought of a lunchbox, and that's basically what this is, a retro style lunchbox, something, as I mentioned, you already might have. And I definitely had one of these as a kid. Now this is not something from my childhood. I bought this about 9 years ago. And I thought it was just unique because of the look. It actually says, warning, please do not feed the zombies. I think a very important public service message, which, is not really said enough. So please do not feed the zombies. So I had this in hand and I thought it's a great size to put together some kind of emergency kit. Not necessarily just survival, but if you're at home and something happens, maybe there's a blackout, maybe there's a great emergency where you have to evacuate, then you might want to have some of these items easily accessible, all in one place that you can just grab and go if you want. But first, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. It will really help the channel out. Thanks. So this particular lunchbox is a very standard sort of lunchbox. The only thing I think I would change if you do this is to remove this plastic handle and change it for a nylon handle. And there's a reason for that. I'll share that with you in just a bit. So what I've done is added this strap onto it. It's a nylon strap with a clip, and that's just so that it holds everything together because it is pretty heavy. So when you shake this around too much, if you move around, the small latch may just pop open. So this just keeps it nice and secure. And if you have kids, I guess it's just an additional deterrent and telling them not to open it unless it's an emergency. So let's just remove this. So that's very simply just put on just like that. So very simple in application. And here you have my please do not feed the zombies. So the way I put this kit together was to really follow 3 principles that I've used in my urban survival tin. We can check out in the card above or the link below. And it's illumination, utility, and first aid. So let's check out what I have inside my emergency lunchbox kit. All right, there's quite a lot to unpack. So let's go step by step, starting with this wallet. So this particular wallet is kind of an oversized wallet, fits perfectly inside, and I consider this as my go-to 2-pouch. So it basically all-in-one 2-pouch, and the way I put this together, I followed my old scouting way of packing, which is a sack-in-sack system, and basically having different items contained within their own container and putting those containers inside your larger container, in this case the box. So this ensures I don't have to dig through to look for items, there aren't loose items, everything is well packaged. And in an urban environment, which is where I live in, and generally I might be with other people, or might see other people who are doing any kind of evacuation. If we need to work as a team, or we need to divide labor, resources and tasks, having pouches like that will be very good to hand them out so that different people have different things. So this is my 2-pouch, and on the outside I have a good flashlight. This is a Nitecore MH11, so it's really bright. Let's turn that, make sure that's tight. Yep. So that is a really bright light. You can adjust the dimness, but very good. It is rechargeable though, and that would fit in over here. Got some zip ties, always could be useful, and here I have the Leatherman Piranha. So I like this for a pry bar. You might need to get pry open things and get access through maybe a door cabinet or something. There's an open wrench box tool over here, bottle opener, more kind of a pry bar over here, and this is a nail puller. And you have a bit driver which you can remove and put into this hole and use that as a screwdriver. So a nice flat piece of kit which is very sturdy and very strong, and that fits over here just like that. There's a back pouch over here, and this is where I keep some duct tape, and there's about 75 to 80 inches of duct tape over here. There's actually gaffer's tape. And what I did was I cut a piece of plastic and I just wrapped it around to get this nice flat package, and that fits inside over here. In the zipper compartment, I have my main cutting tools or blades. And this is the knife that I've chosen for this kit, mainly because it's lightweight, it's very thin, but it's very thick and sturdy. This is the Cold Steel Airlight Tanto blade. So it's 3.5 inches blade, but very thin. There are no scales for this G10 handle. This is OS10 steel, which is decent steel. And for an emergency kit, this is, I think, robust enough that I'll need to use. I can put some hard use to it with that Tanto blade. I can stab through things if I need. But, you know, for a kit like that, it's lightweight, very strong, and flat, which fits very well into this particular case. And the other tool I have is a multi-tool. In this case, my multi-tool of choice, as I've spoken about before, is the Leatherman rebar. And I chose this over the Wave Plus and some other popular Leatherman tools. And you can check out my video on this and my rationale in the link in the card above or the description below. So that goes in here, this goes in here. So that's all one package, nice and flat, just like that. Over here, I've got another small toolkit, or little survival tin in the form of an Altoids tin. I've done a very comprehensive urban survival tin. We can check out a video in the card above or link below as well. And this is kind of a modified version of that, because I do have a lot of the tools on the outside, so I didn't need to cram everything inside here. So this is an Altoids tin, and it's got a Ranger band, which can be used as a fire extender if needed. And inside I've got a collection of items. I do have a light match striking surface over here. I've got the Ninja wallet, or Ninja tool. Yeah, this is the Wallet Ninja, I'm sorry. And this tool, I've done a video on this as well to show the different tools. Again, just something useful to have. It's flat, it's got a mirror, it's got a file, it's got all bunch of tools. Again, a little utility over there. I've got a bunch of fire making ability, small kit over here with some windproof, waterproof matches. I've got some wax jute and some regular jute, as well as cotton soaked in petroleum jelly, all in one kit over here. The rest of the kit, we've got another flashlight as part of illumination. I want to have a backup light, and again, I see this little tin as a self-contained toolkit, again, which I could pass out to someone if I need to separate out the tools. And at least there's a self-contained bunch of tools over here in itself. So that's the kind of a button LED light. Got a bit more duct tape. This is probably just about maybe 3 feet of duct tape. A compass in case you need navigation in an urban environment. You might be in a metro or subway tunnel system and you need to know where you're going. Or if you're near the outdoors, you too want to know what direction you're going in. Paperclip, a survival whistle, and I've got some Kevlar thread, and I've got the collection of needles over here. So shout out to subscriber George G, who's always talking about having those needles and threads ready. I don't have this pre-threaded, and I could easily do that, but the way I keep it is in this tight coil over there, so it's nice and safe. Back to the tin, a regular lighter. That's a flint wheel striking sort of lighter, again with more gaffer's tape wrapped around over here. Got a bunch of safety pins. I've got a magnet attached there so that everything can just stick to it so that it doesn't really move around. I've got a mini light stick. This is a glow stick which you break and illuminate. And finally, I've got another knife in the form of the Swiss Army knife Cadet. This is the Alex version, very thin in profile, but it's got 2 blades, bottle opener, can opener, with the corresponding flathead screwdrivers, and all that fits inside this one tin. So this is really like an urban survival tin by itself. Over here, I've got a power cord, and that's the cord for this power bank. And this power bank is a Nitecore power bank, and it's a 5000 mAh, and this particular Type-C connector will charge both my flashlight as well as my mobile phone. So always good to have there. One important thing to have is first aid within your emergency kit. And I've got quite a bit of first aid over here. In this little pouch, I've got a whole bunch of items. Let's break it down. Shout out to subscriber Al, who's always talking about ear protection. So we've got some ear plugs just for you, Al, and that fits inside over here. Some electrolyte tablets. These are effervescence tablets that can dissolve in water. I've also got the chew tablet types. Electrolytes, again, if you need that energy or just that boost. I've got some super glue, eye drops, these magic towels which expand into towels when water is added, and a collection of different oral medications for headaches, tummy upsets, painkillers, etc. So all that goes into a sack or pouch just like this. More on the first aid, I've got a Ziploc bag over here, and I've got a bunch of different bandages. I've got some antiseptic cream sealed in straws, different types of bandages and band-aids, got alcohol prep pads, iodine pads, and I've also got this water purification tab. So all that in the Ziploc bag, and you put together a kit like that. You just want all kinds of different bandages that you might have all in one bag like this. I've also got this hand sanitizer, always good to keep hygienic if you can. Besides cleaning your hands and cleaning the surrounding of wounds, you can use this as a fire fuel if you need in an emergency. I've also got a first aid field dressing for more serious wounds. And KF94 mask in this case, if you just need a mask to cover your face. We have an emergency blanket, which is silver on one side and orange on the outside, so this can keep you warm if you need, but also can be used as a signal panel if needed because of the bright orange side. For illumination, I've got another light stick. This is a large light stick. Some paracord for cottage, and some candles. Again, for illumination, you don't just want to rely on your flashlight and use up all the batteries. This is a S-bit stove with a lighter, so that's the second lighter in the kit. And this is a portable stove that you can use. I've got solid fuel as well as some wax jute inside that I need to start a fire, and I can use this to boil water or cook, and that's where these last two items come in, such as this water bottle. So this is a stainless steel water bottle which you can open up. Of course, it should be filled with water, and if you need to collect water, you need to boil water, you can use this, and you can use it directly on the stove to purify the water. Now, in a pinch, if you need to do some cooking or you want to collect water and boil water, you could also use this lunchbox itself. I'm not sure how water resistant or waterproof it is or watertight it is, but I believe you can fill it to a certain extent, and again use the same stove to boil the water. And that's why I said you want to change out this plastic handle for a nylon one, so that if you do use it to heat up something, you don't melt the handle. So finally, what I have inside is just a large plastic bag. This is a freezer bag, and there are two coffee filters inside for water purification, or at least first stage water purification, to get rid of big sediments. And this bag itself can be used for water collection, or if you really need to use the lunchbox as some kind of container, you can open this bag, put all the individual items inside so you can at least carry it, and then you can use that lunchbox, and when you need, you can transfer everything back again. I hope you enjoyed this look at the creative process of putting together an emergency lunchbox kit. I'd like to thank all the subscribers who are always giving comments on how to improve my kits. I really appreciate it, and I hope to incorporate more of your ideas and comments in future kits as well. But do give this a try if you don't have a bug out bag or survival kit. This will be a good exercise to try to put it together, and you're going to have lots of fun as well. And you're going to have something that you could have at home in the corner on a shelf, unobtrusive, and looks part of your general household items. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep it folded, and please do not feed the zombies.